I'm fine, dude.
What a beautiful misty morning. It was nice yesterday actually. 20 years ago, I was actually racing four-cross and then doing dirt jumping as a hobby. I would compete in dirt jump contests around the UK, but it wasn't really very serious. I was taking like racing way more serious, and I was riding for a different brand, but just, as I say, for racing. And then DMR picked me up for dirt jumping, and I kind of went all in on that. And that was, yeah, quite a long time ago now, and I'm still here today with them. So it's quite cool to have a Siggy product with someone I've been with for so long. Cool, the car's struggling up this hill. Over the years with DMR, as a rider, you end up like doing a lot of product feedback. I wasn't like trained as a product designer, but as a rider, you give kind of rider feedback, which is actually really useful. Like if you break stuff, obviously that's something you can feedback about. But largely the shape of stuff, the geometry of every component on a bike is really only something that someone who rides a bike can give information on. And so right from the very start, DMR they like encouraged me to they'd ask about products. They wouldn't just give me a component and expect it to be perfect. They'd want our feedback, which I thought was really cool when I was younger. It was something weirdly I hadn't actually thought about until it happened. I hadn't thought about how much effort goes into product design until I got asked. So, and then now that's kind of just become a really important part of a lot of my sponsorships actually now. I don't know whether it's the same for every rider, but I seem to do loads of feedback, and I like to actually. I feel like you add value to yourself, and yeah, I feel like it's cool. It's a cool thing to do. So I started feeding back on DMR products ages ago, in the days of magazines and video parts. Actually, way before the internet, which is insane. Like being a pro rider was just about being in magazines and being in different video parts, and which is what we would do. We would like travel around on road trips, film loads, work with magazines on articles and crazy ideas, and I'd write a lot of them as well. Then I broke my ankle and everything came to a screeching halt. But instead of getting out of the game, I actually started to work in the office at DMR. I was already kind of part of the furniture there, I'd already been there for a really long time. And it happened really naturally. I just moved into the office and then started working on products, packaging. I'd done graphic design. The move to actually taking a more active role in product design was pretty easy actually, and happened quite naturally. So we're on our way to DMR today to go and check out the bars. I can finally unveil them and show you a bit about the design process. Hopefully it'll be insightful, interesting and exciting and engaging. Let's go. Right, we're here. My jump bike's got a puncture. Gutted. Got to get that fixed. These are upgrade bikes. This is also the home of actually quite a few of my sponsors. It's like X Fusion, TRP, Goodyear, and obviously DMR.
this is where all of the design happens at DMR and manufactured in various places. But this is also the distribution hub. So it's design and distribution. And Hazel there.
Matt Gray, what is your title, dude? What is your title? Lead designer? Head of design?
Yes, that's me.
Can we put executive in there? This is Matt Gray. He's head of executive design, lead designer, head of house.
Head of shoulders.
Head of shoulders. So basically, here in the design office, from concept to realization to even marketing, everything happens here, basically, doesn't it?
Correct, yeah.
Is that fair? It's not that fair, is it?
Well, no, not everything happens.
No.
Because the testing.
And a lot of design doesn't happen in this room as well. But in terms of graphics, we do all the graphics and we do a lot of the design in this room.
Yeah. And ideas.
And ideas and idea generation.
Yeah.
You can see here on the screen. I don't know if you can see on the screen. Can you see on the screen? Yeah, so that's that. Although that is just a print ad of...
Not quite finished.
It's not quite finished, sorry. Yeah, it's not quite finished. But all that is just a print ad. If you actually look within it, loads of other bits have happened in this room, whether it's the graphics on the bar, whether it's the drawings on the thingy, whether it's actually the display itself. It all kind of stems from this room, kind of a bit. It's my handwriting, yeah. On my own advert for my own handlebars. God, someone needs to... It's awful. This is terrible. It's like public masturbation. Bleep that. So we also do all of the net graphics for whether it's like product graphics, packaging, anything. We do that in here as well. Often it will start on paper. In fact, I would say everything starts on a piece of paper and ends up on screen. That's the actual Ride Companion logo, that one. Go to a clip of me riding so you don't get bored. You can really, did you make my eyes look more different coloured?
No.
Really, they're that different coloured?
Yeah.
Is that the Odub shot?
Yeah, they're so different coloured.
I enhanced the...
You did do it?
Yeah.
Odub!
Did you make me look more muscular?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, you meant to say no.
On Georgian home.
So, the Odub Bar is available in two clamp sizes, 31/8 and 35. I actually only use the 35mm clamp. The 31/8 is more so that you can just use it with your existing stem in, and if you're not a fan of the stiffness of the 35 bar. But I really like it. We then made each of those clamp sizes available in 3 different rises, and I actually use every single rise, which is quite cool. It's got the same up and back on each bar, but the rise varies. So the 20mm rise I use on my e-bike. It's actually only on my large e-bike I use the 20mm rise, and it's just to get the front wheel a bit lower down when the head tube's a bit longer. The 35mm rise is what I use on my everyday bike, my trail bike. And it's kind of the 35mm rise I think of as the standard for me. Like the 35mm rise is the one that I could put across really all bikes and feel happy. I also think it looks cool. We've also got the 50mm rise, which is what I run on my jump bike. My ideal day is to include as many different types of riding as possible, and the full stop on every day is always the jump bike, so it's rad to have the 50mm rise.
And 50mm is new to DMR's range. It's a whole new bar.
Yeah. The 31/8 clamp is available in 780mm width, and the 35mm clamp is available in 800 width. That's because we can make it stronger. The wall thickness is actually smaller, so it can also be lighter. So the 35 clamp ones, although they're wider, they're also the lightest bars in the Odub range.
Yeah.
Some facts for you, dropping knowledge, dude. James, did you just fart halfway through that? Unbelievable. Did you pick that up on the sound? That's terrible. You enjoying yourself over there, are you? You know, this is, you're going to be the fart guy from this video. This is James, he's the fart guy.
I
am. You pushed to make that louder, didn't you, as well? We really hate packaging, and we really like the woods.
Yeah.
So I actually can't claim this idea. This was Richard's idea, who stood behind us. The bars come with no packaging and they just have the barcode on there.
So we've got Fart Boy and Barcode Boy. Fart Boy and Barcode Boy.
Hey, if you think about it, it was an obvious idea because it is a barcode. Let's move on. I actually forgot to mention these are 7075 alloy as well. And they're not carbon because I really don't like carbon. And the reason I don't like carbon in bars is because I just feel like bikes get chucked about in the back of a van, and any sort of like cosmetic scratch can actually be structural, whereas with an alloy bike you sort of know where you stand. The other cool thing that we've done with these is they're spiral butted. And spiral butting, this all sounds really boring. Maybe, let's put up a really boring infographic. So spiral butting is a process where the bars, when they're completely dead flat, they get drawn out, so the wall thickness is determined during a spiral, so they're cold butted, and what that really means is they're way stronger and you can decrease the wall thickness and make them lighter. So under a microscope you can see there's all smooth edges compared to normal linear butting, which makes jaggedy edges. And jaggedy edges means wah, not strong. So there you have it. I even talked about stuff under a microscope. That's some pretty good product launch stuff, isn't it? Pretty good. It's actually not my first signature product from DMR, I must admit. These are a huge hit. The Odub fork, many moons ago. Does it have a date on here? Long time ago, but yeah, I think these did very well, so ask anyone here. They flew out the door. My forks did pretty well, didn't they, before?
Ollie, you and I stood in the middle of that lawsuit when...
Oh my God, no, Richard!
Do you have a fork?
No, my rigid fork did quite well, didn't it?
What's a rigid fork?
Giant thanks to DMR, that was our day. I've really enjoyed showing you the new bar. I'm hyped, not only to have like a signature product, something I always dreamed of, and I'm hyped not only to have a signature product, but to have one that I have designed and ridden over such a long period of time. Sort of quite an easy one to put my name on, you know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, thanks for joining us. I hope you like the bars, and I hope you like this video. Like and subscribe. Choo!